Good morning, everyone. Today we will be reviewing Assignment 5, which has to do with two-player games. The types of two-player games we're going to be playing have perfect information, they're going to be finite games, and they're going to involve strategy. Our first game here, we have a 6x8 chessboard. A rook stands on the bottom left square. Players take turns moving the rook as many squares as they want, either horizontally to the right or vertically upwards. Whichever player moves the chip to the top right cell is the winner. No diagonal moves allowed, no moving downward or leftward. This game has 48 positions, one for each cell where the rook can lie. Label each position as a winning or losing position. And we have to figure out who has the winning strategy, player number 1 or player number 2. So as you can see here, we have our board, and we know that the player who moves the rook into the final finishing position is the winner. So we can quickly label that as a winning position. Now if we look at our second rule here, if there is at least one move which results in a winning position, then the game is in a losing position. And if we know that our rook can move horizontally to the right or vertically upwards as many squares as they want, each of these positions here has one possible move of landing in a winning position. So they're losing positions. If we look at this square here, our rook can move horizontally to the right or vertically upwards. If there's every possible move results in a losing position, then the game is in a winning position. So this position here is a winning position. So if we look at these squares here, our rook can move horizontally to the right and vertically upwards as many squares as they want, and there's a possible position of landing in a winning position. These squares here are losing positions. How about here? Our rook can move horizontally to the right and vertically upwards. Every possible move lands on a losing position, which means this position here is a winning position. How about here? These three squares and here, our rook can land on a winning position. So each of these positions are losing positions. I think we're sort of finding a pattern here. Okay, how about here? Every possible move leads to a losing position. So this is a winning position. And it follows that these positions here, a move can result in a winning position, so they're losing positions. How about here? That's right, it's a winning position. So how about here? Each of these positions can result in a winning position, so they're losing positions. Okay, how about here? Every possible move results in a losing position, so it's a winning position. Alright, so if we look at our last two squares here, there's a possible move of landing on a winning position. So these last two are losing positions. So since our starting position is in a losing position, player number 1 has a winning strategy. And the strategy is to move 3 places to the right and landing on this winning position.